Do-do-do. What's up, everyone? How is it going in this game? Spawning in the west side of Rocky River, we have Pooh as our Jeanne d'Arc. Over here on the southeastern side of Rocky River, Dayukusi Twitch is our pink Japanese player. It does look like the stream is actually holding, so that's good. A little bit of a major positive there. He is going for wood first, which signifies that he is going to be going for an early dock. Keep in mind that on this map, the fish, the shoreline fish have been nerfed. That did happen almost 3 weeks ago now. No, wait, has it been? 3/21. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks now since the patch has released. It was on the 20 days. Yeah, almost 3 weeks anyways. It'll be tomorrow. It's been 20 days since the patch, and keep in mind, as usual, wait, why didn't you shoot him? That was rude, Mr. Japanese villager. There used to be 4 shoreline fish per pond on this map, and now there's only 2. I've said this a couple times in my other... Oh, is he going? Okay, no, never mind. His scout's just chilling. I thought that was another villager gonna drop a dock. I have mentioned this a few times on my other casts. I don't really recommend grabbing these anymore with a dock for quite a few civilizations. Wait, there's already 2 houses down. And they are significantly different. Those are very, very different houses. For certain civilizations, I would recommend going here, like let's say the Abbasid, Japanese, Aobids, because I think the Aobids get the civilization bonus as well for the reduced stock. And then from there, you'll get... Oh, wait, did my stream crash again? No, it looks good. Yeah, okay. No, the stream's fine. It looked like it crashed again for a moment there, but it did not, which is perfect. And okay. Give me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. My sister showed up randomly. Wait, what's going on here? Everything good? Everything good. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. My sister randomly showed up. Apparently she forgot her keys here, so I had to go get them for her. I'll edit this part out, don't worry. Okay. So like I was saying, this is perfectly fine for the Japanese Aobids, because I do believe the Aobids do get the civ bonus, and then we also have the Abbasid, of course. Other civilizations, I really don't think it's worth it. Especially, it's especially worth it for... what's going on here? Building the house really quick before finishing up the lumber mill, maybe? Yeah. That's a little awkward. We do have the School of Cavalry coming up. That's a very offensive position right there. Ooh. That is a very forward school of cavalry. I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. Usually you would put it like safe and sound somewhere so it doesn't get sniped out. Well, that way Jeanne d'Arc doesn't get sniped out. But considering he was able to scout, no early aggression, things of that nature, should be fine. Should be very, very fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay too. Good job, little villager. We do have walls coming up over here on the southeastern side and on the southwestern side. Kura Storehouse is going to be the landmark of choice for Dayuki's. Dayu? Let's just call him Dayu. For Dayu's age up. Perfectly fine. 3 villagers currently on that. 3 boats. Stopping at 3 boats. Again, that is very, very fine. With the Japanese, you could even go up to 4, really, just because you do get that 30 wood discount on your fishing boats. But 3 is good as well. Skull Cavalry will be finishing right now. Halfway with the Kura Storehouse. That's a lot of villagers still on wood for our Japanese player. Currently sitting on 2. Yeah, 2 villagers. 2 villagers on food, 3 boats on food. Or on fish, anyways. And then we do have a couple more. Yes, we do have another boat, or excuse me, another dock coming up on another pond. We're gonna see what ends up happening though with our Jeanne d'Arc player. Is he gonna try to punish this? Let's go switch over to their vision. Bloomery instantly finishes the moment that. Is he gonna go for the harass, or is he gonna just try to go into villager kills? Because he's not really gonna be able to do much. They can get microed inside. Yes, that is gonna be idle time and potentially, well, it's just gonna be idle time. And that's basically it. But we can get, or the Japanese player can get a few units out. What are you gonna do though, Dayu? So he does just micro the boat back. As soon as that happens, the Royal Knights are gonna just move over to the Japanese player's base. A little bit of siege coming through from the Japanese scout will get killed by the TC. There are a lot of sheep under the town center as well. Now we have Jeanne d'Arc, 2 Royal Knights right in front of the base of our Japanese player. See what happens. It looks like they're just gonna try to get a couple fishing boats down. There's still a lot of food though. What is that? Almost 500 food left? Just put it inside. Put them inside the dock. Dayu. Like, you could garrison them. He is gonna try to get a junk out in order to defend against this, but in the meantime, like, he could just put them in there. I don't understand. He is gonna go back to start to try to grab some more fish in the meantime. Now that they're focusing down the dock, his fishing boats aren't really a concern. We have a single barracks out with a single spear. And now the junk is out, so it is going to be able to deter these units. But we also have this other dock. We still have the other pond that hasn't been scouted by Pooh yet. 1 spear out on the field. Where are you though? Is it hard? Yes. There is a hardened spear there. At least outpost comes up on the berry bushes. In my opinion, that's not very significant. Like, I get it, especially now that you have the Tuara upgrade and now you're getting the Takizaiku. I always forget how to not even pronounce it properly, just where all the letters are. So now that he is getting the Takizaiku, the fishing, the gathering efficiency of berries is going to be a lot better now. But I still don't think that's going to be, I don't know. I really don't like the positioning of that. But there's nowhere else to put it. Since he is walled off over here, he's fine. This wall could have been a little bit better. Probably going like this. just above the TC. Does give it a little bit more coverage, and it does make it a little bit harder for the knights to get in order to get towards the gold. And it looks like we're going to be going up to Castle Age pretty soon as well for our Japanese player. Currently sitting on... Wait, how does he have... Oh, yeah. I forgot the fishing boats count as villagers in this case. 31 villagers for Pooh, 38 for Dayu, and the guild hall is coming up already for our French variant Jeanne d'Arc. Floating gate coming up over here on the eastern side of the base. 12 villagers are going to be throwing that up pretty damn quickly. As for the guild hall, there's only 7 villagers on that, but it is coming up. Oh, 11 villagers now. Okay, so they're both going to be hitting castle roughly at the same time. Stables coming down as well now, so we are going to be seeing the first Yoroshiru going into the stables so he can start cranking out the mounted samurai and eventually the Uma bannerman as well. This has been pretty decent defense for our Japanese player. He hasn't really lost anything. He's gonna lose the dock now to a single ram. He needs to do a force drop off. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna lose this other dock too though. Better that the ram is killing the docks at this point because he doesn't have anything back home to defend. Fortification on the outpost did come up. He should be looking at getting the spring gold pretty soon on there as well. And as predicted, we do have the Yoroshiru on the stable. Not entirely sure what that mounted samurai was doing. Do a little dance, make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Oh, it's gonna go into its death though. It cannot take that fight. Veterancy does click over for our Jeanne d'Arc player. We will see what happens. There's 3 mounted samurai out on the field right now with 3 spears. This is actually looking pretty good for our Japanese player. We're gonna see what Jeanne d'Arc does do. Does need to start getting some of those crossbows out. The man-at-arms just aren't going to be enough. Oh wait, those aren't man-at-arms. Those are Jeanne's champions. Oh wait, no, those are man-at-arms. Never mind, I'm totally off. Twice in a row, back to back. Oh, are the mounted samurai going to be able to get the pick off on Jeanne d'Arc? Does not look like it, but now there's a total of 5 royal knights out on the field. Nice holy wrath right there. Does get a lot of damage onto those knights. Excuse me. Onto those spearmen, but the royal knight numbers for our Jeanne d'Arc player are just too much. 5 royal knights, 3 men-at-arms, 2 spears, Jeanne d'Arc against 5 mounted samurai, and that's basically it. We do have a mounted samurai very, very low. You do not want... Okay, these need to come back. He does have a Shinto priest to be able to heal these units up as well, and that's what's gonna have to happen so these units don't just completely get wrecked. Second Shinto priest comes out. That might go either on the TC or the forge. We'll see what he ends up going for, but the Shinto priest does need to get pulled onto the mounted samurai in order to start healing that up so they don't just die in 2 hits. Is that what's going to happen, or is he going to start moving out towards another relic? Speaking of relics, there's one right here that's not allowing this wall to be finished. Awesome possum. And we do have full walls coming up right here in the middle for Pooh. More units are going to be going down, and oh, is he going to be able to... Yeah, he'll be able to stop this wall from coming up. Not like it really matters, because once this rally gets picked up, unless the villager's paying attention, the relic's gonna be picked up, and then there's gonna be a perfect gap in this wall. You see, look at that stinking deer. Nice little kill right there. I completely missed it though. Dayu was able to pick off the Jeanne d'Arc and quite a few royal knights right there as well. Currently sitting on 9 mounted horsemen, or 9 mounted samurai, and Uma bannerman, 1 geisha, one spear in this army composition. That's kind of a weird army comp, but it is what it is. And now there is a ram. Wait, where are you going, Mr. Ram? I don't know. My dog is going crazy in the background. I don't know if you could hear her. She's randomly barking at something or someone. Pew. Okay, let's check out, see what our Jeanne d'Arc player is doing. We have two, yeah, just the two. Oh no, there is a third consecration up. One on the barracks, one on stables, one on the School of Cavalry. The first one usually will always go on the School of Cavalry. Mounted Samurai are making it into the back line, are able to get a few villager kills right there. Total of 5 villagers have went down for Pooh, 1 for Dayu. And now the ram in the center of the map will be getting picked off, as well the Mounted Samurai are still looking for more villager kills back here. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to find any. A majority of them have already been pulled away. Where are they? They're not oh, okay, they were garrisoned. They did get pulled off. 43 villagers, 4 Pooh, 19 military, 9 royal knights, 6 spears, 3 men-at-arms, Jeanne d'Arc, and a monk. For Dayu, he is sitting on 54 villagers, 34 military, 13 mounted samurai, 6 geisha, 3 spears, the 2 junks that don't really matter. They kind of matter, I guess. They're able to get a couple villager kills here and there. That's not bad. There's still a lot of food right there. Was that 480? And I think there's only 80 food right here. Okay, so that one's not. That one doesn't really matter. I guess you could just delete these fishing boats. Because what, you're gonna build a dock, spend 150 wood on a single, or 150 wood for 80 food? That does not seem worth it whatsoever. But over here, you're looking at 480 food for 150 wood. That does seem worth it. That really does. There's still fish available at the far north and far south docks, or docks ponds. This one got really close to getting deleted. A little bit of a ceasefire going on right now. We'll see how long this lasts. They're both just getting their upgrades up and running, massing their units, getting the correct compositions in order to deal with the future fight that will be coming up pretty shortly. Now that we have Dayu moving out, we have the villager lead, or the Japanese player does have the villager lead. Jeanne d'Arc is trailing behind by 12 total. Oh, well, 6 of the villagers are idle. 4 hour. Oh, nice little attack goes off right here, right in the middle. The spears for both sides are going to be the main thing. It does look like Jeanne d'Arc does have a lot more spears and able to deal with the mounted samurai. She is level 3 as well, so that is going to be massive for this fight, and it looks completely one-sided for our Jeanne d'Arc player. Just completely destroys the entirety of the Japanese military. That was such a one-sided fight. What is it, 35 damage now, right? 35 damage at level 3 in a 1.5 tile radius, 1.25 tile radius. That just did so much damage. That Holy Wrath really does turn the tide of every fight, especially when she's able to get 2 or 3 of them off like she did right there. I think she was able to get 3 total. She should have, ooh, she might have even gotten 4 Holy Wraths off that entire time. I know I counted 3. I'm not entirely sure if she had her 4th charge. Since it did just come up right now, I'm pretty sure she still only had 3. But even then, at 35 damage apiece, you're looking at 105 true damage. That's a lot of damage. Like, let's see, where your samurais are, oh, well, Dayu really didn't have any, but the spears themselves are what, 90 HP, something like that. No more spears. And also Dayu really, wow, no, I don't know what Dayu could have done right there. He does need the Onimusha in order to start dealing with the man-at-arms, the Jeanne's champions, and with the royal knights. The issue with the Onimusha though is Jeanne d'Arc does have 5 base melee and ranged armor, plus she takes 50% less damage from ranged attacks. So the Onimusha aren't really going to be doing that much damage to her, since their base damage is, I believe, like 23. It's 10 plus 13 versus armored, as we're with the normal crossbows. I think they're at 30. I think base crossbows are at 36 damage. So it's a huge difference, especially once you start calculating in the 50% damage reduction. You're not going to be able to snipe her off as fast, but you do need to be able to kill off the Royal Knights, because now that she's level 3, the Holy Wrath damage is 35 in a 1.25 tile radius. It'll start killing off your spears a lot faster. So you're not gonna really be massing that many spears, and even then your Onageisha, you're not gonna be making those in a significant amount either, because they're gonna get wrecked just as quickly as your spears. We do have a few coming out though. So 110, right? They have 110 health as veteran spears. Ooh, do we have an attack coming through? No, a little bit of poke damage. So they're sitting at 110 health. She did 105 true damage last fight off of 3. They are getting a little bit of a charge off right now. Holy Wrath does go off, whiffs all of those samurai. Who does go into Imperial Age behind this? And now it's going to be Imperial versus Castle, but Dayu isn't that far behind. He does have the resources, or he does have the food anyways for Imperial, just missing out on the gold. We're gonna have to wait and see on what he goes for though. Is he gonna be going for Castle of the Crow, or is he gonna go for the Gunsmith? I would I was gonna say that I'd probably go for the Gunsmith and make some Rebaldequins. I'm not even kidding. Straight up go for Rebaldequins. It is the Red Palace, which was the Imperial choice for our Jeanne d'Arc player. Yeah, go Rebaldequins, because there's a lot of melee. He hasn't really made any. I don't think he's made a single ranged unit so far, and it'll also deter. Definitely, yeah, definitely go for the Rebaldequins. This position is really nice too. It's gonna be up front in their business. Yeah. Okay, so this is what you need to do as the Japanese in this position. You need to play a little bit more defensive, and you need to be able to get probably 2 Rebaldequins in order to completely shred the infantry, well, the melee in general of your opponent, of your Jeanne d'Arc player, because you do not want to keep feeding them. You do not want to hit that level 4. Once you let Jeanne d'Arc hit level 4, she becomes very strong, especially in Imperial Age. She's going to be sitting on what, I think it's like 810 health or something crazy like that. 9 armor, 9 ranged armor, 9 melee armor. She becomes very tanky, and she does way too much damage. So you'll need he's just gonna be going for, okay, so he made some hand cannoneers out of there. Hand cannoneers aren't bad. I would have really loved to see the Rebaldequin though. Honestly, I think that would have been the best thing, because he doesn't have any anti-siege, so you'll have the Rebaldequins just burn through it. It's gonna force him to back off as well, and potentially turtle up a little bit. Obviously, you do not want to take any fights right here in the center of the map, since the Red Palace is here, and it's going to be doing a ton of damage. Red Palace does have access to creating more Jeanne's champions as well. As you can see, there's already 4 on the field. See how many more they're going to make. The Jeanne's champions are very strong as well. Where are you? Are you a Jeanne champion? Yes. 210 health. And they do 29 damage to spears, so they will be wrecking your spear count pretty quickly alongside the Holy Wrath ability. spurs, something spurs. Yeah, for the French crossbows. That is a lot of upgrades coming through for our Japanese player right there. We have specialized pickaxe, level 2 broad-sided axe, level 4 melee attack. Wow, I can't remember the name of this. The Nagayari for the spears, which increases their range. Oh, that's gonna be a couple. Okay, he's able to just pick off a single Royal Knight. That's better than nothing though. As long as he's not losing units, as long as the Japanese player isn't losing units, this isn't gonna be that bad for him. But keep in mind, Jeanne d'Arc does get passive experience. She will be hitting level 4 regardless, no matter what. Even if you do starve her out, she still gains passive experience. I do need to switch over to the other view though, in order to see what her experience currently is at. She's sitting at 885 out of 1500, so a little bit more than halfway there. And we are back. Okay, obviously Dayu doesn't know how far away Jeanne d'Arc is from hitting level 4, but he does know that she is going to be gaining experience passively, right? He does know that he needs to try to pick her off before the fight. Ooh, and we do see a Rebaldequin out for our Jeanne d'Arc player. So this is what I was saying that our Japanese player needed, was the Rebaldequin. Pooh does understand that this is going to be very melee versus melee heavy compositions between both players. The amount of damage that the Rebaldequin does is a lot. So 42 damage, 12 burst attack. Like, it's gonna destroy a lot of the melee. Oh, and we might be getting our first push after this long break. Let's see what ends up happening. You do not. Second Rebaldequin is out too now. Ooh, this is not going to be good for our Japanese player. He does need to back off. The Rebaldequins are just going to completely destroy the spears and geisha for our Japanese player. He does not want to take this fight, especially under the Red Palace. But it looks like our Jeanne d'Arc player is going to be pressuring. Not entirely sure what was going on there with that Rebaldequin. Looks like he got stuck on the stairs. Third Rebaldequin is out. Are we going to be getting a fourth? No, we are getting the siege movement speed though. Let's see. Siege workshop coming down for our Japanese player now. It's a single siege workshop. It's going to be going for the ram upgrade first. And now the fight might be breaking off. Now Jeanne d'Arc is under fire from, oh wait, no, that is Jeanne d'Arc. She goes down instantly from those hand cannoneers. The Rebaldequins are able to do quite a bit of damage, but they are getting focus fired by the hand cannoneers as well. Not very good micro coming out of our Jeanne d'Arc player right there, and he is getting pushed back now. The Rams should be coming out very soon as well in order to try to deal with the Red Palace. That was very, very fast. Those hand cannoneers melted Jeanne d'Arc right there. That was clean, very clean by our Japanese player. And now he is going to be putting a defensive keep right here in the center of the map in order to deny out the sacred site here as well. He does need to push forward a little bit in order to neutralize it, and he'll be in a pretty comfortable position from here on out. Did Jeanne d'Arc get bought back? Yes, she did. That's 750 gold? 750 for the buyback at level 3, right? No, 500. We do have our first trebuchet. Oh, we have 2 trebuchets out actually, and the hand cannoneers are freaking crazy. I love how they sound. They're absolutely just maniacal. this outpost will be going down pretty soon. Might start laying siege onto the town center. Nah, I don't really see a purpose in killing the town center. He should just be focusing down the red palace from here on out. Nope, he is going to be going for the town center. That's fine. It's not like it really makes that big of a difference anymore, especially since Pooh is sitting on 140 villagers to 119. It does have 3 TC total. Let's see, 4 TC. Yeah, just 4 TC, casually 4 TC. We'll be able to neutralize this. I do not like this at all. I'm not entirely sure why he's building these outposts up front like that, knowing that there's 2 trebuchets. Like, these are just gonna get focus fired down right now. Yeah, look at dead. Next one is gonna try to come up. Trebuchet is gonna be reloaded, and then that's gonna go down as well. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Pooh was thinking right here, but instead it's just gonna start focusing down the red palace. The red palace would have actually would have been less than half health, but now we do have another attack coming through right now. Let's see if the focus fire is there for Jeanne, or for our Japanese player on Jeanne d'Arc. These Revoldequins are doing a lot of damage. There's way better micro coming out this time than there was in the last fight on Jeanne d'Arc. The Revoldequins are going to get focus fired by a single Springle, though. It's going to be a little too late for that Springle to be able to kill any of those. Jeanne d'Arc did just get a lot of experience right there, though. Both Revoldequins are down. There is a Royal Cannon out on the field now, and Jeanne d'Arc hits level 4. The two cannons are going to be moving forward in order to deal with the Trebuchet lives with like 5 HP. Our Japanese player is going to move forward in order to try to deal with the cannon. Unable to. The cannon does get microed back with 4 HP. The red palace does get healed up back to full. Okay, our Japanese player does need to move back. That Holy Wrath was insane. That just cleaved through so many units. There are 4 Springolds out on the field now for our Japanese player. He will be able to just completely deal with any siege that comes out very, very quickly, but the trebuchets are under fire now. They are getting pushed back by the hand cannoneers of our Japanese player. I wouldn't even mind seeing the hand cannoneers run up and just do a couple pot shots on the Jeanne d'Arc just to keep her from passively healing. But keep in mind, she's on 9 melee armor, 8 ranged armor. That'll be 9 ranged armor as well once the +3 comes through. 810 health, 60 damage, +200 versus buildings. Holy Wrath now does 50 damage in 1.25 tile radius. She also has Valorous Inspiration at level 4. Increase the attack speed of all units within 4 tiles by 30% for 20 seconds. She's very, very strong now. And also to top it off, she does get the plus 60% damage, 66% damage reduction from ranged units. This is going to be difficult, but Dayu has been playing extremely well this game. His focus firing has been amazing. His control has been amazing this game, and he's been playing very, very patient. He hasn't allowed himself to overextend. He's been playing pretty cautiously. The only reason that Jeanne d'Arc ended up hitting level 4 was because passive experience. She was Jeanne d'Arc wasn't able to get as much poke damage in as she normally does because Dayu was playing a very clean and simple game. He wasn't allowing Jeanne d'Arc to play the kind of style that she wants, which forced Pooh. It's hard. Okay, we do have another attack coming through right here. Let's see how this goes. There aren't any Revoldequins to clear up any of the front line. The front line for our Japanese player does get shredded pretty quickly though, and the only thing that's left are a handful of hand cannoneers. They are dealing with a lot of the front line, and now there are just crossbows left for our Jeanne d'Arc player. That was a very simple fight right there. Not much really happened. Both players cleared off each other's front lines, and then that was it. And then they decided to back off. We do see the continual siege coming through from our Japanese player. He is able to just kill off the Red Palace, which is a heavy denial as is. And that's a lot of villagers, a lot of resources that are getting burned. 22 villagers. Oh, third. Okay, so Pooh is moving over a lot of villagers now to wood in order to keep the repairs going on the Red Palace. He knows that this is a crucial not landmark, but a crucial position for him to use as a pivot, as the leverage in order to start getting his military across this little strait. We are getting, our Japanese player is moving forward. Horsemen in the back are going to try to flank in order to start dealing with these trebuchets, as well as a few of the springloads that are left back here too in the front. We have nice little stutter step coming through on the hand cannoneers of our Japanese player. He is able to pick them off. Nice dodge on that Holy Wrath. The horsemen in the back do get picked off, but they are able to kill, it looks like one, maybe two trebuchets, because I believe there was four. There's still two standing. So that was really nice control from both sides in order to get the pickoffs that they wanted. These rams are just being donated though. They are able to get one building. I believe it was a single stables in the back of all of this. Not that significant, but a win is a win anywhere. There is the manga now out now for our Japanese player. He is going to push forward yet again. He feels comfortable pushing through this spot now that the Red Palace is completely down. It's not getting repaired whatsoever. Nice springload shots from our Japanese player landing onto the springloads of our Jeanne d'Arc player. These hand cannoneers from Dayu are doing a lot of damage. They have a nice position. Of offensive keep is coming down now for Dayu as well. Jeanne d'Arc is doing a ton of damage in the back. If she gets focus fired, I want to see what happens. That's a lot of hand cannoneers that could be throwing a lot of damage onto her. She is retreating though. She did stand her ground for quite some time. There is another defensive keep here for Jeanne d'Arc to fall back to. The hand cannoneers are just free firing onto her, but she is soaking so much damage. She does go down though. And now we do have the two mangonels on the field. The two trebuchets are here as well in order to start sieging down the keep. The offensive keep has been made, and now this is a massive anchor for our Japanese player to be able to push from. Very strong defensive landmark, in this case offense, or not landmark, defensive structure, but in this case it is a very good offensive structure, since he will be able to push from here very quickly, very easily. There is Revolta point out. It does do quite a bit of damage, but the hand cannoneers are able to pick it off. While they were able to pick off one, there's still a second one on the field as well. A little bit of micro coming through. Nice control from both sides. Jeanne d'Arc did get bought back, but she is gonna go down again, taking way too much fire. Oh, she was able to make it inside of the keep before getting picked clean. Nice little assault coming through. Rapalda Quinn is still doing a lot of damage. Let's take a look at this shot. Nice little kill for the Revolta Quinn. Mangonel is on the field as well, doing quite a bit of damage to the French ranged units. Let's get a different camera angle. Jeanne d'Arc is back on the field. She's passively healing. She is gonna go down if she stays though. If these hand cannoneers, yeah, exactly. If these hand cannoneers decided to just right click on her, she was gonna go down. We're seeing more and more units streamlining in for our Japanese. This is just gonna be a never-ending onslaught of units right here. Where are the trebuchets? They are still there. They are laying siege onto the defensive keep. Once that goes down, the Japanese player will be able to just start pushing into the into the farms, into the production of our Jeanne d'Arc player. Lots of villagers are getting pulled over here in order to start repairing. Is it going to be a little too late? I don't think, actually I do think it is, because now 2 Rams have made it onto the field. Second offensive, well, castle, not keep, second offensive castle coming down for our Japanese player. And now there's more and more Rams flooding in for Dayu. These units are just going to be, or these Rams are just going to be able to come in. There's a lot of ranged units, a few melee, yes, the horsemen themselves, but these Rams will be able to come in and start killing off a couple buildings here and there. Meanwhile, the horsemen, the crossbows, Jeanne d'Arc is back on the field as well. Villagers are getting pulled in order to deal with the Ram. Nice Holy Wrath. Remember, 50 damage in a 1.25 tile radius. They were able to clear off a lot. That's a nice little chokehold that Jeanne d'Arc does have right here. Ribaldiquin in the back doing tons of damage. There's way too many Rams here though. Villagers are getting pulled to start clearing it. And by a lot of Rams, I mean that it's hurting the Japanese player more than it was helping in terms of the melee units of our Japanese player able to get into range and do damage, since they had to essentially reroute themselves constantly since the Rams were in their way. One of the offensive castles does get picked off, and now we have a single one for him to fall back on. The cannons were able to deal with it. More Rams over here on the right side are killing off a few more buildings. 129 villagers for Pooh, 48 military. 140 villagers for Dayu, 47 military. They're very, very even right now. A total of 17 villager kills for Pooh, 51 for Dayu. We're gonna see what ends up happening right here. How many stacks does the gunsmith have? They need to fix that too. I don't know how many stacks there are. They have all been used though, and I'm assuming on these hand cannoneers, or every single one of those points have been used on hand cannoneers. Jeanne d'Arc has died yet again. Is she gonna get fought back? Oh, sorry, wrong button. Where are you? I don't think she can be. No, now she can be though. The Ribaldiquins that have been coming out for our Jeanne d'Arc player have been doing quite a bit of damage. They've actually helped hold a lot of these attacks, but the focus fire from Dayu has been phenomenal. The moment he's able to get in range and just pick them off with his hand cannoneers, he has. These Rams are still standing. They're still doing a lot of damage to the production, to the infrastructure of our French variant. So it does look like Dayu is going to back off a little bit in order to start gaining, or in order for his reinforcements to gather up with his reinforcements. A little bit of attempted repairs coming down right here. Nice mango shots. That was at least 4 or 5 villagers that went down. This Ribaldiquin is going to be getting, again, a lot of damage. And let's see, what was that? 5 kills right there off of that Ribaldiquin. Another 3. Like this, I absolutely love the Ribaldiquin. It is getting focus fired by the Ming now, which is actually kind of funny. More and more units are going down to that Ribaldiquin. I love this unit. I really do. Nice Holy Wrath right there. Isn't able to really hit anything though. The Ribaldiquin with 20 kills does go down. The second one does make it up. I really want Relic to give us kill counts on our units. I want to see how many kills Ribaldiquins get, how many kills Mangonels get. Even I've had Lanchknecht as the Byzantine that stay alive throughout the entire game. I want to know how many kills they get. This has been a phenomenal match between both of these players. Dayu has just shown how to play this matchup though in a very, very skillful way. Forced our Jeanne d'Arc player to play his game instead of the other way around, play a very eco style game instead of constant aggression in the dark, or not in the Dark Age, in the feudal. Forced Pooh into going into the Castle Age. And that's where the Japanese, that's where everybody has a better chance of being able to kill Jeanne d'Arc. Once you have access to those Castle Age upgrades to the crossbows, even though we didn't even see a single crossbow, come out for our Japanese. The Revolta they're just clearing up these melee units so effectively. We have more and more Rams coming out. They have killed off. Wait, how many TCs does he have now? So this is, wait, where's his main one? This is the main one. Yeah. So we had 1, 2, 3. I think he was sitting on like 1. There was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Pooh had like 6 TCs at one point, 7 TCs in that case. Able to kill off. Dayu is able to kill off 2 of them so far. Dayu is getting pushed back now though. He's running very, very low on resources. He needs to sell some of his gold, start buying food. What is his? He has a nice trade going on. How many traders do you currently have? 15 trailers, 15 traders, and then Pooh is currently sitting on 27. So neither of them are really going to be running out of gold anytime soon. And this is just going to be a continual back and forth. We'll see what happens. He needs food though. How many farms does he have right now? Obviously he has the shogunate. Yeah, of course. Currently sitting on 47 farms. That number needs to be a lot more. He needs to be sitting on like 60 farms, easy 65. This attack is pushing him back ever so slightly. Hand cannoneers are holding their ground with the mangonels and of course the castle in the back. The cannon, how much damage does the cannon do? It's 120 base and then, okay, so yeah, it 2 shots and then 3 shots. No, yeah, and then at 3 shots we have our first Revolta Quinn. Yes, this is what the Japanese has needed for a while now, is the Revolta Quinn. This will be it'll get, oh dang, that actually 4 shots. It takes 4 shots from the cannon to kill the Revolta Quinn. That's really good. That's okay. That Revolta Quinn has a chance of doing quite a bit. Now the second Revolta Quinn is out as well. Let's see how this goes. These Revolta Quinns will be able to just burn through the pretty quickly, especially with the mangonels there. In order to the mangonels are going to be able to deal with the back line, and then the Revolta Quinns are going to be able to deal with the front. And look at how quickly they're able to just kill those knights, and the mangonels just murdered the back line so quickly. All those archers' crossbows just die instantly to those mangonels, getting those nice clean shots. Yeah, one does go down, second one will be going down as well. There is a Revolta Quinn over here that's pretty much not doing anything, but that's fine. Rams are going to be focusing down this TC as well. And now we have another seesaw type style or event going on here. Dayu is going to be pushing into the Jeanne d'Arc base yet again. Jeanne d'Arc is out and about. Are we going to be able to get that focus fire on her? No, there isn't any focus fire on Jeanne d'Arc. I'm pretty sure they would have been able to pick her off pretty quickly. Nice little holy wrath right there. Only gets about 4 units though, 4 of the head cannoneers. And there's a monastery right here in the front that could potentially get picked off, but there aren't any Shinto priests. Is this going to be another very, very offensive GG gets called, and game goes to Dayu. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. And I'll see you next time. By that, I mean